Another chain. Abu Hurairah reported that he heard the Messenger of Allah say, "In paradise there is a tree underneath the shade of which the rider travels for 100 years." And in another narration, Abu Hurairah related that he heard Abu Qasim Muhammad say, "In paradise there is a tree underneath the shade of which the rider travels for 100 years without getting across it." Another chain, Abu Hurairah reported that the Prophet said, "Verily in paradise there is a tree underneath the shade of which the rider travels for 70 or 100 years. It is the Al-Khuld, eternal tree." A Bedouin came to the Prophet and asked him about the Howd basin, and he mentioned paradise. The Bedouin said, "Are there fruits in it?" The Prophet said, "Yes, and in it is a tree called Tuba." Then he mentioned something, and I do not know, perhaps remember what it was. The Bedouin asked, "Which of the trees of our land does it resemble?" He said, "It does not resemble any of the trees of your land." And then the Prophet said, "Did you go to Asham, Syria, and surrounding areas?" He said, "No." The Prophet said, "It resembles the trees of Asham, which are called al-Jawza, walnut. It grows on one trunk, and its upper part spreads out." And the Bedouin asked, "How big is its root? Root?" The Prophet said, "Were a Jadda camel in its 5th year from the camels of your household to set out, it would not go around its root until it breaks its hamstring from old age." He said, "Are there grapes in it?" The Prophet said, "Yes." The Bedouin said, "How big is a bunch of grapes?" He said, "The traveling distance of 1 month for a crow that is abka, one that has whiteness on its back or its stomach, and that does not tire." Reported that a man, O Messenger of Allah, Tuba literally, "Blessed is he, for he who sees you and believes in you." The Prophet said, "Tuba for he who sees me and believes in me." And then Tuba for he who believes in me hasn't seen hasn't seen me. A man said, "O Messenger of Allah, and what is Tuba?" He said, "A tree in paradise, the size of which is to the travelling distance of 100 years. The garments of the people of paradise come out from their sprouts." Sidratul Muntaha. Allah said, "And indeed he, Muhammad, saw him, Gabriel, at his second descent. Another time, tree of the utmost boundary, beyond which none can pass. Near it is the paradise of a void, when that covered the low tree, which did cover it. The sight of Prophet Muhammad turned not aside, right or left, nor it transgressed beyond the limit ordained for it. Indeed, he, Muhammad, did see of the greatest signs of his Lord Allah. As for the verse, when that covered the light tree which did cover it, we mentioned that the light of the Lord Jallallah, glorified is he, in his greatness and majesty, covered it, and the angels covered it. Upon it is Gurban, meaning abundance, and moth of gold covered it, and many colors covered it. The Messenger of Allah said, "Different colors cover it. I do not know what they are, and no one can describe them." The following is mentioned in the Hadith of Al-Mayraj, the Prophet's ascension to the heavens. Then I was raised to Sidratul Muntaha. The seventh heaven is Nabik. Its fruit is fruit which is similar to a grape before it becomes very red. It is like kilal, large jars, hajar, and its leaves are like the ears of elephants. Two external rivers come out of its trunk, and two internal rivers. I said, "Oh, Gabriel, what is this?" He said, "As for the internal rivers, they are in paradise, and as for the external rivers, they are the Nile and the Euphrates."